Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope everybody's having a great day. We have the New England Patriots versus the Los Angeles Rams for the Super Bowl. Now, before I get into my game pick, we all know I like to give the injury report. And for today's game, nobody's injured. Everybody is good to go. Obviously, except for the six guys who are inactive because you're only allowed to have 43 guys active in the game. So for this game, everybody who was limited in practice, the last practice they were full participants. Some of them were full participant for the past two practices. Others were full participants for the last one, like I said. And there is nobody injury report, which is very, very shocking. It's very, very shocking that nobody's hurt. This whole team is basically healthy and ready to go. Rob Gronkowski is probably the most healthiest he's been all season. The most healthy he's been all season. So this is going to be a very, very good game. Great game, in my opinion. So for this game, I'm picking the Los Angeles Rams to win the Super Bowl. I'm picking them to win the Super Bowl because they got Todd Gurley. Hopefully he's healthy now. Obviously, he's, like I said before, about the inactive and the actives. Hopefully he's healthy. We don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on with him. Maybe it just was a bad performance last week, and that's why the head coach, Sean McVay, put him on the bench. But for me, we have to see if he's ready to go. Now, the team did say that Todd Gurley and CJ Anderson will split carries. That if they're going to split carries, obviously because CJ Anderson is good, not because Todd Gurley is hurt. And plus, if he is hurting just a little bit, but they're not saying anything, I don't think the team would want to put the heavy load on him in the Super Bowl when CJ Anderson has been dominating. So for this game, the Rams have a good offensive line, good left tackle, right guard, center, left guard, the whole thing. Tight end, Gerald Everett and Tyler Higbee, two good tight ends. They're not the best in the world, but they can get the job done. The Rams have two good tight ends. Now, like I said, Todd Gurley, we're gonna see how he plays in the Super Bowl. CJ Anderson, a lot of people who are going to watch the Super Bowl, they don't realize that CJ Anderson had 1,007 yards in Denver. Then they cut him because I guess they didn't want to pay him. And since they cut him, he went to the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey is the number one running back. And after a while, they released him. And then he went to the Raiders. I don't even think he was there for a day, not even a week, probably 2 days. And they cut him. And then he went straight to the Rams and had success filling in for Todd Gurley those couple of weeks when he was hurt, those last 2 weeks of the season. Last 2 to 3 weeks of the season when he was hurt. So CJ Anderson has been doing a good job, and now they also have a two-headed monster back there. Todd Gurley, CJ Anderson. We're going to see how they play, especially Todd Gurley. Now for the wide receivers, the New England Patriots defense was good at stopping Tyreek Hill because they can use a corner and a safety for him to when they go over the top. They always doubled him, but in this instance, Brandon Cooks can go deep, but he did have a 1,000-yard season with the Rams this year. But the kicker is that Robert Woods also had 1,000 yards. So not only do they have to focus on Brandon Cooks, they also have to focus on Robert Woods. And if they don't focus on Woods, to me, Farrell Cooper will be in the slot, and I think he will do a good job in the slot. Now the quarterback and Jared Goff. Jared Goff has been good all year. I know he had that stretch when he was not good. I know against the Dallas Cowboys, I don't think he threw a touchdown in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I know the last game, NFC Championship game, I think he threw a touchdown. I'm not sure. I think he threw a touchdown in the end zone, and I'm sorry, he did throw a touchdown to Tyler Higbee in the end zone, and almost ran one in, but they got the face mask call and all the stuff like that happened in that game. But Jared Goff has been good in the playoffs. I know he had like a lousy, I think after the Rams suffered their first loss of the season, he kind of went down, but he's actually also coming back up from when he played terrible like that. So to me, Jared Goff is his first Super Bowl. I think he'll play well. The key for him in this game is not to throw any interceptions. Do not give the Patriots any interceptions. And I was watching one of the shows where I think it was TJ Houshmandzadeh was saying that you can't, if they throw an interception, you can't do it within 50 yards. 50 yards close to the end zone for the Patriots. So with that being said, they cannot throw any interceptions. They cannot fumble. Running backs cannot fumble. The quarterback cannot throw an interception. And defense has to stop Tom Brady. So, but that's the Rams' offense in itself. The way for the offense to win the game is to control the pace of the game, slow it down, let the Patriots' defense get tired. Now, let's go to the Patriots' defense. They do have Devin McCourty, Jason McCourty. They actually have both brothers. They have Patrick Chung, who plays well. They have Stephon Gilmore, who plays well. So the secondary is a good secondary. The defensive line is been okay. I don't think they have good linebackers except for Hightower. I know they drafted one who got hurt this year, but the defensive line has been okay with Trey Flowers and the rest of those guys. But for me, I think the Rams can manipulate the Patriots defense, but it is Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick, obviously, this is his ninth Super Bowl along with Tom Brady. So the key for the Rams is to basically time of possession. They have to eat the clock up. They can't let the Patriots get that ball with Tom Brady and just let him pick the defense apart, especially the Rams secondary, which I don't think he's going to do, which I'm going to get to in a second. But he cannot. They cannot turn the ball over, fumble, and score, give them the ball back, and then they come back and score. No. Take your time with the plays. It's going to be loud again because obviously it's a Super Bowl. But the Rams have to take their time with the ball. They can't rush anything. If you see something, if Jared Goff sees something that he does not like, he has to audible and he has to get out of it. So that's the key for the Rams to going up against the Patriots defense. And if the Patriots defense wants to stop the Rams, that's going to be hard in itself. But they might have to double Woods and they might have to double Brandon Cooks. Linebackers are going to have to blitz a lot. I know the Patriots, they're not, I don't think they have the power on the team to blitz. Like the defensive line and the linebackers good enough to blitz. I know they were decent, last year in the Super Bowl. They lost a couple guys, whatever. But for me, I don't think they have that great blitzing power like the Rams do. So now let's go to Tom Brady. Tom Brady in this game, he has Sony Michel who can run up the gut. James White, who can catch out of the backfield. Remember, he had 14 catches, and I think last year's Super Bowl, the year before last Super Bowl against Atlanta, last year the Eagles obviously beat the Patriots, but he had 14 catches. This is Tom Brady's ninth Super Bowl. He has all the records. He knows what he's doing as a quarterback. This is his ninth one, a great accomplishment. He also has Julian Edelman, who's second all-time in the postseason with catches. I think for me, they're going to have to put Aqib Talib on Julian Edelman, or they have to put Marcus Peters and just keep him in the slot and just keep running with him. I think for me, Chris Hogan, either whoever takes Julian Edelman, the other one has to take Chris Hogan. Philip Dorsett is a speedy receiver, but he hasn't been dominating all year. For me, Aaron Donald not in the Dominican suit in the middle, coming up against Tom Brady, that's what you have to do. When you're going against Tom Brady, you have to bring the blitz. The Dominican Sue has to dominate this game. Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year, back-to-back years, great accomplishment. Congratulations. In order for him to basically get Super Bowl MVP, he's going to have to sack Tom Brady at least 5 times, or 4 to 5 times, maybe 3 times, get a forced fumble. In order for the Rams defense to win against this Patriots offense, which I'm switching up real quick, so don't be confused. Follow me. In this 3-4, everybody knows that the Rams don't have a good linebacking core. They have one good linebacker in Barron, but other than that, Mark Barron, I think that's his name. But other than that, Aaron Donald, Dominic Sue, that force Dante Fowler and Michael Bronkers on the defensive line. To me, if I'm Wade Phillips, I kind of switch this defense and go into a 4-3 instead of a 3-4 to put all 4 of those guys on the D line. Put Aaron Donald in the middle, put the Dominic Sue both at defensive tackle, and then you could switch them around. Put Michael Bronkers on a defensive end and put Dante Fowler on defensive end as well. And then you can switch those guys. Keep Dominic Sue in the middle, obviously. And then you could switch Brockers and Aaron Donald because Aaron Donald did play defensive end and he still got it. It's basically the same thing. You're 3-4, you're just moving them over. So they can actually switch those up and Wade Phillips can kind of do something because Wade Phillips has had Tom Brady's number, especially when he was with Denver and things like that. So for this game, the Rams defense has to get after Tom Brady. When he steps up, that's when you bring that pressure. Don't let Tom Brady step up and there be no blitzing and no pressure because you're not going to do anything. If there is no blitz, he stepped back. Remember this. Tom Brady has stepped back 90 times. Touched 1 time. He has not been sacked, not at all. So for this game, Aaron Donald, Dominican Sue, Brockers, and Dante Fowler have to get after Tom Brady. Bring the blitz. Do not let him throw the ball out of 1.2 or 2.1 seconds out of his hand. Because as soon as Tom Brady steps back, he's throwing that ball. So the Rams have to bring the pressure to Tom Brady. Now, for Tom Brady to win this game, he's going to have to pick apart their secondary. To me, Gronkowski has been healthy all season. To me, Tom Brady's going to do some checkdowns to James White in the backfield. The Patriots have a good left tackle who was a right tackle in San Francisco. They moved him from right tackle to left tackle because of Obviously, their left tackle, Isaiah Wynn, who they drafted, got hurt. They have a good guard center, another guard in the tackle. The offensive line has always been great for Tom Brady. They have a great offensive line coach. This is Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. This is their apex. This is where they love to play. They've been to none of them, so they know they're not going to be nervous. They've been there before. I mean, they've been there for the past 2 seasons, so we have to take that into an account. And Bill Belichick going against Sean McVay, who he likes, he calls whatever after certain games. For Sean McVay to beat Bill Belichick, which is going to be very, very hard, he's going to have to outcoach him. And not outcoach him, but he's going to have to send, Rayfield's going to have to send that defense to get for Tom Brady. Now, Julian Edelman, if they put Aqib Talib on him, it's over. I think he's going to shut him down. And Chris Hogan going against Marcus Peters, no disrespect to Chris Hogan, but that should be not light work for Marcus Peters, but it should be decent. It should be decent for him. Or if they switch off, it should be good for Aqib Talib to be on Chris Hogan and Marcus Peters to be on Julian Edelman because he's fast, he can actually keep up. Not the fastest, but he can still keep up. But they're going to have to probably double Edelman. Once you eliminate Edelman and you put their safety Josh Johnson on Gronkowski, they're going to have to stop Gronkowski and stop Julian Edelman. After that, Tom Brady's going to start checking down. That's when you get Tom Brady. Because if he checks down, you can get all those yards. But if they're checking down and they can't score, that's the perfect setup. For the Rams defense, you bring blitz. For the Rams offense, you have to take your time with the ball. Do not rush. The Rams defense, no offside penalties like the Chiefs did, and you're going to have to hit Tom Brady. And for Tom Brady to win this game, Bill Belichick is just going to have to outcoach Sean McVay, and not only outcoach Sean McVay, they're going to have to run the ball. And everybody knows that the Rams defense is not great against the rush. They're not good. They're not even, I don't think they're top 10 in the league. So the Patriots are going to have to use that. Use Sonny Michel. And they have to take away one option from Tom Brady. If Tom Brady throws that football and he gets 400 yards passing, and they have about 200, 300 yards rushing, not realistically with 300, but with 200 yards rushing, the Patriots will win this game. You have to take away one thing. You can let Tom Brady throw all he wants to, but if you stop that run game and you shut that run game down for the Rams defense, and you bring that blitz and you shut it down, and Tom Brady always has to pass, that's better. You can't let Tom Brady have two things for him, because if they do, it's over. And for the Patriots, for them to win this game, the Patriots are going to have to stop Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks, as I said before. To me, this is going to be a good scoring game. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game into the 40s, into the 50s. I don't think so. I think it'll probably be around the 30s, somewhere around there, maybe 33-30. I don't really pick scores like that, so don't go off my score and go bet and score, stuff like that. My pick is, I don't think it's going to score a little bit high. I don't think it's going to be like last year's Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it'll be a little short. Let me know in the comment section down below your game picks. Let me know how you guys feeling about the game. What do you think I went wrong at? I do think the Rams are going to win, as I said before. Let this be their first Super Bowl since about the year 2000. This will be their first Super Bowl win since 2000. The last time these two teams faced was in 2001. And obviously, that started the Patriots dynasty. Maybe this will end the dynasty. And if Tom Brady does win, we are not to be surprised. We are not going to be surprised. But thank you for watching the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with more videos. Until next time, guys. Peace. Enjoy the Super Bowl.